You know, it is times like this where you have to think about putting together an emergency preparedness kit during rough weather. It doesn't matter if it happens to be during a winter-like event or, say, a tornado outbreak or even in a hurricane or even if you happen to live in a flood zone. It's always good to be prepared. With that in mind, I'd like to see a couple of products that we have here. This is something that is offered by LifeGear. It is a, well, I guess you could say it is just a survival kit that offers 3 days worth of water, of food. It comes with a variety of interesting tools. For example, a multi-purpose, I guess you could say this is like a Swiss Army knife on steroids. It has almost like a saw on it, a file, variety of things, and heavens knows that can be very useful. At the same time, it comes with this neat kind of strobe light kind of, there you go, function. It's always good to be visible. You know, you can't be helped unless they're able to see you if you happen to be stranded someplace. It's always a thing that's very helpful. Also, the 6-in-1 tool that we have right here is a combination of a flashlight, an emergency radio, a beacon, if you will, and at the same time, it is without batteries. So you just wind up, and that gives you all the power you possibly need. These are available, as I mentioned, at LifeGear.com. But you can also get packs just like this at the American Red Cross AAA as well as REI. So again, a variety of places you can pick these things up. Always useful, and it's an interesting present, one that you hopefully will never have to use. But in terms of security, you can't beat it. Back to you.
Might as well just put it in the car, just keep it there just in case. Let me ask you though, how much does something like that cost?
It's a great question. These are under $100, but the prices do vary, again, depending on where you go. If you happen to get something like these LifeGear products, go to the American Red Cross or AAA, you're going to have quite a few different prices to choose from. It's all what you feel comfortable with. But again, it's one of those weird things. It's better to have it than not need it, than need it and not have it.
That's true. It could be a lifesaver. Reynolds, thank you.
You bet.
And to continue with that, we're going to be coming up talking about here tips to help you survive if you're stuck in the cold with
rough weather we've been dealing with across the country in mind, and knowing that tragedies can and often do take place. The best thing you can possibly be is prepared. You've got to be prepared. It doesn't matter if you happen to be dealing with winter-like weather or dealing with a tornado outbreak. If you live in a hurricane country, always be prepared. One of the best ways you can be prepared is with just some few simple things like this. This is a backpack that you can pick up from LifeGear. Get it on LifeGear.com. You can actually pick up something similar to this at the American Red Cross or at AAA or at REI stores. What we have is this kit that contains 3 days worth of drinking water, non-perishable, also 3 days worth of food. You've got a first aid kit, you've got a multi-purpose knife, it acts as pliers, you even have something like this. Take a look at this. It's kind of almost like not really a strobe light, but certainly almost like a beacon. Imagine being lost somewhere or a way where you don't have any other way of, say, communication. You happen to have one of these. It makes it a lot easier for you to be seen. And as soon as you can be seen, you can certainly be helped. Also, things like this. Take a look at this. This is a 6-in-1 personal safety device, which does a variety of things. It has a compass, has a strobe light, a flashlight, an emergency radio, compass comes with it, and it also has the ability to charge a cell phone. It needs no batteries whatsoever. You just simply give it a couple of winds and it's good to go for quite a while. So definitely some really neat tools. Neat thing about these are about just under $100 each of these items. The backpack, of course, the 6-in-1 tool that you have here, and even some additional supplies. But they're great gifts that you can actually give someone, something they can keep in a car, maybe in a closet at their home, at a beach house, that kind of thing. And the thing that's interesting about it, they're gifts that you hope no one will ever have to use. But it's always good and comfort to have this, always needed, and always have it there in case you need it. So,
you know, it is better to be prepared. But the unfortunate thing is we have to hear stories like James Kim, the father who went in to help after his family was stranded in Oregon, to just remind us that there are packets out there. There are ways to stay in control of the situation should bad occurrences happen,
absolutely,
especially weather-related.
And say if you don't have the financial ability to pick up some of these things, you can make a packet yourself at home. Just have a box with obviously some non-perishable items, some non-perishable food, can opener, bottled water. Can make a world of difference. I mean, just enough to last 3 days can make a tremendous difference in someone's life.
All right. Well, thanks for that information. We appreciate it. Less than $100 right there could save your life.
There you go.
Right. Thanks, Reynolds.
We're going to switch gears a little bit. And one thing we've been talking about this morning is survival, not only in times of winter-like weather, but you always have to think about how to survive in times of hurricanes, a variety of severe weather. And we've got some great tools here that can make life a lot easier for you and your family, especially during these rough times weather-wise. What we have is this packet from LifeGear. I'm going to start off with a couple of ideas here for you. This first one is from LifeGear. Very interesting thing here, if we can zoom on this one a little bit. This is a kit that contains 3 days of a water supply, food supply, also a thermal blanket for just one person. But I mean, this is enough. This is enough to sustain your life for 3 days. That blanket, of course, makes a tremendous difference, helping you retain your body warmth. As we move over a little bit more, you'll see this neat thing. This is a 6-in-1 tool. It is a, let me get the reflection off there. It is a emergency beacon. It is a radio, emergency radio. It has got a siren that can actually help attract people to it. A compass. It's just got a variety of things. Also, it can help charge a cell phone, and doesn't need batteries, something you just wind up. And then here in the back, right behind that, you have a combination of all of those things. You've got the LifeGear, the food packet, a first aid kit, the survival knife. You even have a beacon that can, of course, attract help for you. All these things are just great gift ideas that can be used again under the worst circumstances, and thankfully they're all offered for less than $100, not just from LifeGear.com, but also from the American Red Cross, AAA, and even REI offers these. So certainly some ideas for you for the holiday season. Let's send it back to you, Fred.
Those are great, very smart ideas. Thanks so much, Reynolds.
It's safe to have them, that's sure.
It is.